Welcome to the AI Hustle Podcast, the podcast where we break down the latest in AI news, tools, and interview experts helping you hustle and do more using AI. If you've been following the podcast for a while, you'll know that over the last 6 months, I've been working on a stealth AI startup. Of the hundreds of projects I've covered, this is the one that I believe has the greatest potential. So today I'm excited to announce AIBox. AIBox is a no-code AI app building platform paired with the App Store for AI that lets you monetize your AI tools. The platform lets you build apps by linking together AI models like ChatGPT, Midjourney, and 11 Labs. Eventually will integrate with software like Gmail, Trello, and Salesforce, so you can use AI to automate every function in your organization. To get notified when we launch and be one of the first to build on the platform, you can join the waitlist at aibox.ai. The link is in the show notes. We are currently raising a seed round of funding. If you're an investor that is focused on disruptive tech, I'd love to tell you more about the platform. You can reach out to me at jaden@aibox.ai. I'll leave that email in the show notes. AI chatbots have become increasingly popular in recent years as a means of providing quick and convenient access to information and assistance. One specific type of chatbot, which you know, is a GPT, which is a generative pre-trained transformer. And this has become particularly good at generating text that's both coherent and also informative. ChatGPT is a state-of-the-art language model, as we know, but the question that a lot of people have been asking about it is, are ChatGPT essays good? Is the quality that it is creating good enough to use for academic papers or for school, or just for any other point you're trying to prove? Is the quality good? And so that's what we're going to dive into today. ChatGPT uses deep learning algorithms and a vast amount of training data to generate human-like text responses to a wide range of questions and prompts. Recently, ChatGPT has increasingly been used to generate essays with some promising results. However, it's important to understand the limitations of this technology and use it in an appropriate manner to ensure the best outcome. One of the key strengths of ChatGPT is its ability to generate highly coherent and cohesively structured text that can be tailored to specific audiences and context. So this makes it a very attractive option for writing essays, as it allows users to quickly generate written content that is relevant and well structured. And in addition to that, ChatGPT is also able to learn and incorporate new information as it is exposed to more data, and that means that its writing ability can improve over time. So it's also important to note, though, with all of this, that the quality of the essays generated by ChatGPT can vary widely depending on the specific model and the data it has been trained on. Some models may produce writing that is highly grammatical and well-structured, while others may generate content that is poorly written and difficult to understand. Additionally, ChatGPT may not always be able to generate writing that is fully original, and that's something that's very important, as it is based on patterns and structures that it has learned from training data. So I guess what's important to know and talk about right now is how exactly ChatGPT works. A lot of people have complained ChatGPT is not good at math and some other, big flaws. And the reason for that is the reason why it's, you may want to question using it for essays all the time. And that is that ChatGPT works by predicting the next word in a sentence or the next word in a paragraph. It's a predictive model trained off of the whole internet. It's predicting, kind of like when you're typing something out on your phone keyboard and there's those, word predictions coming up where they think that's the next thing you're going to say, or on Gmail. Same thing with ChatGPT, except it's super fine-tuned and is very good at what it does. Obviously better than just hitting the recommended word on your keyboard on your phone, if you've ever tried that. Another important consideration when using ChatGPT is when you're writing essays, is thinking about the level of creativity and critical thinking that the technology is able to bring into the paper or essay you're working on. So while ChatGPT is able to generate text that is well structured and relevant to the prompt you give it, it may not always be able to generate writing that is truly original or insightful. And this is because the technology is based on patterns and structures like we're talking about, which is just learned from its training data. And it's, doesn't really have its own creative abilities or its own problem solving, ability to solve a math problem, for example. ChatGPT's writing can be heavily influenced by the quality and nature of the training data it has been exposed to. For example, if the training data is false, then the writing that it's going to give you is going to be false if it had some sort of bad data. Like we say often, in AI, garbage in, garbage out. So additionally, if the training data contains errors or inaccuracies, then yeah, like we said, that's what it's going to spit out. And this is kind of important because this is trained on the whole internet, and in different circles and for different topics, there might be inaccurate data or even old data, right? Like if you think about it, people may have done studies on a certain topic in the past, and ChatGPT was trained on those studies. Then those studies get debunked, and maybe there's one paper about why they're wrong. But does ChatGPT really know that? So it's incredibly important that whenever you use it for writing stuff, you always are fact checking all facts. I find for me personally, you need to fact check dates, you need to fact check amounts, and you need to fact check locations. So despite all these limitations, there's still many potential applications for ChatGPT in essay writing. For example, it can be used as a tool to quickly generate outlines, summaries, or rough drafts of essays, which can then be refined and polished by human writers. This is super helpful, and I've done this myself. Additionally, ChatGPT can be used as a human assistant for individuals who have difficulty writing due to disabilities, language barriers, or other factors. It's also worth noting, I'd say, that ChatGPT is not the only technology that can be used for essay writing. Other things such as automated essay scoring systems can also be used to evaluate the quality of an essay and provide feedback to writers. And these systems use algorithms to analyze essays and provide feedback on factors such as grammar, coherence, and content. So, wrapping up, ChatGPT has the potential to be a useful tool for essay writing, but it is important to understand its limitations and to use it in an appropriate manner. So, while it can generate well-structured and relevant writing, it may not always be able to generate writing that is truly original, insightful, or always accurate. So the quality of the writing generated by ChatGPT is heavily influenced by the quality and the nature of the training data it has been exposed to. And ultimately, the decision to use ChatGPT for essay writing should be based on a careful look at the specific needs and goals of your project, as well as understanding the limitations of this technology. If you are looking for an innovative and creative community of people using ChatGPT, you need to join our ChatGPT creators community. I'll drop a link in the description to this podcast. We'd love to see you there, where we share tips and tricks of what is working in ChatGPT. It's a lot easier than a podcast, as you can see screenshots, you can share and comment on things that are currently working. So if this sounds interesting to you, check out the link in the comment. We'd love to have you in the community. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Hustle podcast. If you could do us a massive favor, we would really, really appreciate it if you could leave us a review wherever you get your podcasts. This helps people find the podcast. It helps people know this is a good place to go. And we would really, really appreciate it, as it helps us continue to bring on incredible guests and share incredible content for you to listen to.